you guys. Just wanted to circle back after our class earlier today and talk about the stretch video that we're going to put together. As I mentioned, we are going to be probably doing a split test and kind of just check some flexibility here at the end of May. So I'm just going to give you a short 5-minute exercise you can do every day to kind of help get those muscles back into that muscle memory for your splits. A lot of what's happened right now is because we haven't been quite as active, a lot of our muscles have kind of shortened, our muscle fibers have shortened, and now we need to stretch them out like taffy again. And so it doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to do a long stretch. In fact, this one could just be 5 minutes, and it's basically 1 minute doing each thing on each, well, not even that much. It takes about 2 minutes to warm up. I want you to do just some jumping jacks, some running in place, some squats, and then we're going to get right into the legs, and then you just work it on your own. So I'm going to just put on some music. You guys can just follow along. I am going to, the one thing I do have, I know you might not have yoga blocks at home, but you could use bricks or anything if you need them to kind of help as you're getting back into your splits a little bit. So without further ado, I'm going to just tilt this down a little bit so this is live editing on air. So here we go. We're going to get started, okay? 1 minute of jumping jacks, 1 minute of running in place, and about 1 minute of squats just to get your heart going. Otherwise, you're going to try and do your splits and it's going to be like spaghetti and it's going to break sharp when it isn't cooked. So we got to get our bodies warm before we can really do the splits the right way. So I'm going to put on some music. Let's feel like what will make us do some good stretching music. Let me find. So you're going to have to listen to what makes me feel like I'm going to do some good stretching music today. Let's do something old, actually. All right. Like I said, I'm just going to set a clock here so I stay right on time with everything. So here we go. Ready? Starting with jumping jacks. I know my head's cut off, sorry. So, here we go. Jumping jacks, go. We have traveled land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no you can move around in a circle. I would away forever. Wherever you want to go, make it fun. As long as I am with you. I'm going to jump towards you. I feel like I have to tilt this up a little bit. Keep going. More jumping jacks. You're almost there. I know it's a lot. If you want to change it, you can just do Shavasana. Whatever you want to do. Just keep your heart rate going. Hey, run in place. You can run kicking your legs up. You can run fast. You can run knees high. March knees high. Whatever. You can hear it. Just get the body warm. Okay, we're almost there. You can run forward. You can run back. You can run to the side. Just run. Awesome. We're going to do a few squats. Here we go. Down. Squeeze. Squeeze at the top. So it's just down, squeeze. Just like you're sitting in a chair. Okay. Definitely feeling like my body's warm. That wasn't quite You'll be okay. All right, first thing we're gonna do, runner's lunge. We can start on the right. I'm just gonna move my mat. Putting my blocks. Okay, so here we go. Down into that long runner's lunge. Front knee is at 90 degrees. So, front knee 90 degrees. Start with one hand on each side of the knee. Rock back and forth. Just little rocks. Getting these legs warmed up. I actually want you to go up to a triangle pose. Make sure your hips are square. Don't leave your hips twisted. Try and square them off. Rest your body on your front leg. If that's too hard, you can put your hands on your leg. We're starting to stretch that hamstring. Good. Hold it here. Back to this lunge. Drop the back leg. Sit nice and tall. If this is too much pressure on the knee in the back, you can dig your toe in, or you can roll your mat up. Whatever works. I want you to sit tall. 90 degrees here. Sit very tall in your shoulders. Drop the tailbone. Your stretch should be going through this leg. So just sit here nice and tall. About 30 seconds. If you want to feel more stretch into here, you can even take your arm up and stretch the opposite direction a bit. Good. Keep working this hip flexor. Come on up. Go ahead and take your push if you would like. Slide back, flex your front foot. Again, we're going to start sitting up here. Sitting up nice and tall. Flex this leg hard. Now we're starting to stretch the hamstring. Two big muscle groups for splits. The hip flexor, the muscle we just did before, and the hamstring. Breathe here. Keep those toes flexing to your nose. Even if it doesn't feel very good, it'll be, it's working. Okay, after you've held it here for about 30 seconds, we're going to sit all the way down. Sitting down on our back leg, make sure your hips are square. Don't fall to one side or the other side. Sit nice and tall. Foot is flexed again, and you're going to take your body forward. Again, you can rest your arms on these blocks, or you can come all the way down. I want you to hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. Just breathe. Don't hold your breath. That's going to make it even harder. I'm also trying to keep my back as straight as I can without rounding. No turtle. And I'm breathing because it hurts. We're going to hold it for another 20 seconds right here. About 15 actually. All right, from here, you can come up, and now you can start to slide out, slide both directions into that split, keeping your hips square. And again, you can use these blocks to help on the wrists, keeping your chest up. Don't fall forward and fall out of this hip, because now we're not into the split. If you need to stay up on that knee for now, that's just fine, or use your blocks. Just stay square and hold it here. There we go. And I want you to hold that for about a minute. So I'm going to do it quickly on the other side. We won't do it in the full thing, but I want you to practice. We've already warmed up with the jumping jacks, the squats, and the running. So now we're just going to get into our runner's lunge, our triangle pose, stretching the hamstring, and then into our split. So I'll drop this maybe a little bit more as well, so make sure you guys can see it. So again, we starting in that runner's lunge, 90 degrees, rock back and forth a little bit, just getting those muscles warmed up. From here, pop up into the triangle pose. Both toes are going straight ahead. Your hips are closed. Nothing is open. You want to really close it. Head is down. Hands are on the legs if you need it. Wherever you're feeling the best stretch. Hold that again for about 30 seconds to a minute. From here, back down. We're going to come into this 90-degree position, 90 on this knee. You're going to be stretching into the hip flexor on the opposite leg, dropping the tailbones. Chest is high. You can put your hands into your palm. Just sit there and get nice and comfortable. Hold it there. Again, for about 30 seconds. If you want that additional challenge after you start to get warmed up again, you can reach over to the side. So take your opposite arm and reach over to the side. You should feel this stretch running down through the side. Oops. All the way down through that hip flexor. Also, once you're really feeling that flexibility, you can also reach around and grab your back foot and also feel that stretch through the quad. But you need to work with wherever your flexibility is right now. After about 30 seconds on that, we're pushing back, hips stay high, front foot flexes, toes to nose, holding it here. Again, this is where you can start to use these blocks if you want to use them. Take some pressure off. Try and keep that back as straight as you can. You'll feel that running down the hamstring. That's where you want to feel it. Keeping those toes stretching. After about 30 seconds, we sit all the way back. Again, keeping the toes. Hips are square. We always want to work squareness in our hips. We all like to cheat because we can get down faster. So again, no falling to the sides. Nice and square. And then flat back forward and breathe. Breathe. Holding that, feeling that stretch. Hold it here as long as you want, at least 30 seconds. But if it's feeling tight, maybe you want to stay here for a minute, wherever it feels okay. You just have to put the work in. It's okay, it's feeling a little sore. Then from here, we're going to go in, we're going to start to work into that split, and maybe your split right now is way up here. That's okay. Maybe just it's here for right now. You're fine. As you stretch that out and you get lower, you will continue to drop and drop and drop. Okay? So you have to take it at your pace. Slow and steady. We've got lots of time all month to kind of work on this. So it's a nice, easy stretch. You guys can do it every day. Practice. If you have any questions, let us know. But otherwise, we'll touch base. Good luck. See you soon.